Hi, I'm Sandra, here again to share with you some of our newest fiction titles from Usborne Books and More. So I'm going to change it up a little bit this time and start with older readers first. So we have a few new series that I'm really excited about for older readers. The first is this Impossible Quest series. There's 5 books in this series, and they start in Wolfhaven Castle, which has been attacked and only 4 people escape capture. Now somehow they need to save their people, but first these 4 unlikely heroes must find 4 magical beasts from legend. And even before that, they first need to make it out of the castle alive. So I've read a small amount of this first book, and the action starts right away on the first page and doesn't stop. I think they all end in cliffhangers. They're really packed with adventure, and they're interesting and fast-moving, and I highly recommend these books. I think this is the next series I'm going to read for myself. In addition to this series, we also have a new trilogy, starting with The Sword of Koromorai, and it's an action-packed fantasy adventure trilogy set in modern-day Japan. And the main character, Kenny, goes to Tokyo to spend the summer with his dad and finds himself in the middle of a war. Raging against time, he must find a fabled sword while a host of terrifying monsters try to destroy him. So, Sword of Koromorai is another great series. We also have a couple new series for a little bit younger readers, like ages 7 and up. The first is Sandy Lane Stables, which is for any horse lovers out there. And the second is The Secret Mermaid, where a little girl gets an enchanted necklace that allows her to join mermaids in exciting underwater adventures. So definitely check out our new chapter books. Next, we have 2 awesome hardcover books. We have 5-minute bedtime stories and 10-minute stories. This one's a cloth-bound hardcover with a nice ribbon bookmark. And they've been tested. These ones stay to 5 minutes or less, and these ones definitely take 10 minutes or less to read. So 5-minute bedtime stories, really cute, colorful illustrations, great stories. My son is loving these. We're making our way through it at bedtime. And if you have more than 5 minutes to read at night, these are also awesome. I've read probably 3 or 4 of these stories to my son so far, and he's 3 and he sits through them, and older readers would love them as well. And these ones, this is how Salt got into the sea. I thought that was a really cool story. These ones kind of have a little moral behind them, or at least the ones we've read so far. So, 2 great books to read, to add to your collection for reading, especially at bedtime. Now, one of the new books that I'm really super excited about is a spin-off of some of our most popular characters. Many of you might know the Billy B. Brown series. So we have Billy B. Brown chapter books, which are the very first chapter books for beginner readers. They go along with the Hey Jack books. Billy B. Brown and Hey Jack are neighbors. And then for even older kids, we have the Billy B. Brown Mystery Series. But now we have Billy B. Brown for preschool age. These are awesome. My son really gets into them. So they're for preschool children. Billy B. Brown is in preschool in these books. And basically, so this one is her underwater adventure. There's also a Magic Carpet book out, and Billy B goes to preschool, and she has these imaginary adventures with her friends. So in this one, they jump onto a blue blanket, I think, and all of a sudden delve into this underwater adventure. So much fun. They're great for kids that are just entering preschool to make them feel a little more comfortable, get an idea of what goes on. They're great for kids who like to pretend and make up all sorts of stories about their lives. Super cool. So Billy B. Brown, great introduction and a great way to jump right into the beginner readers once you meet the Billy B. character. Another book that's really exciting is Cookie Crumbs, because it's a poetry book. So this is an awesome book to introduce our children at a really young age to poetry, because it's all poetry about those funny national days, like National Hot Dog Day, National Telephone Day, National Cereal Day, Happiness Happens Day, National Lookalike Day. So much fun. Bright, colorful introduction to poetry for children. Oh, there's National Hot Dog Day. So much fun. Okay, here's my new favorite. I love Eric Odie and his books. If you know Busy Trucks on the Go is an awesome rhyming book about all different types of vehicles. My favorite book, Dan the Taxi Man, is musical, has a good beat through it, all Eric Odie. And now we have Too Many Tomatoes. And I love this book so much. I had it signed by Eric Odie himself. This book is all about growing tomatoes, having an abundance of tomatoes, and sharing with everyone, giving back to the community, giving tomatoes to everyone. And so it's a great book to introduce sharing to your children. It has all of the wonderful rhyming and rhythm indicative of Eric Odie books. And actually, let me just read the first couple pages to you so you can hear what it's like, because I think that you have to have this book. I don't think it's a question. Grandfather's garden is popping with peas. It's buzzing with blossoms and bumblebee bees. It's bursting with berries and beans and potatoes and tall twining vines of too many tomatoes. Too many tomatoes, too many to see, too many for Grandpa and Grandma and me. A plateful, a crateful, a grateful hooray. This town has too many tomatoes today. And then it goes on to where they start passing out tomatoes to everyone in the community. A biscuit to butter, a basket to borrow. Sing me a song of tomatoes tomorrow. One for the teacher and one for the tailor. One for the scientist, one for the sailor. And what else is great about this book is Eric Odie is so amazing that he came up with all these different activities that can go along with the book, and they're on the Kane Miller website. How awesome. And finally, we all love I'm a Dirty Dinosaur. I'm a dirty dinosaur with a dirty snout. I never wash it off. I just sniff and snuff about. Sniff, sniff, snuff, snuff, sniff and snuff about. I've read it so many times. We now have I Am a Hungry Dinosaur. So I'm a Dirty Dinosaur was painted with real mud. I'm a Hungry Dinosaur was painted using real frosting and sprinkles. And it's very similar in format. So we have these cool, bright, shake, shake, stir, stir, make a cake that's yum. I am a Hungry Dinosaur with a cake mix for the pan. If I can turn the pages, they're the thick, nice, unrippable pages. I'll tip it in and pat it down and smooth it best I can. Tip, tip, pat, pat, and smooth it best I can. So just another really fun dinosaur book. I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. Another one that we need to get. I hope you've enjoyed our new fiction, and I hope you've enjoyed all the new titles released this January by Usborne Books and More. I am so excited to read these with my children, and I hope you are too.